Say the reasons why the Igbos will never forgive Obafemi Awolowo. The Igbos find it hard to forgive Chief Obafemi Awolowo because of his actions during the Nigerian Civil War from 1967 to 1970. Awolowo was a top government official who made decisions that had severe consequences for the Igbo people. During the war, the Igbos tried to create their own country called Biafra. The Nigerian government, wanting to keep the country together, fought against Biafra. Awolowo was in charge of the finances and played a key role in the war strategy. One of the most painful strategies he supported was the economic blockade against Biafra. This meant stopping food, medicine, and other supplies from reaching Biafra. The blockade caused a terrible famine. Many Igbos, especially children, suffered from severe hunger and malnutrition. It is estimated that between 1 and 2 million people died because they did not have enough food or medical care. Images of starving children and the widespread suffering left a deep mark on the hearts of the Igbo people. Awolowo also made a controversial decision to change Nigeria's currency. This move made the money that Biafrans were using worthless, so they couldn't buy food or supplies, even if they had money. This action added to their hardship and made it even harder for them to survive. Awolowo defended his decisions by saying they were necessary to end the war quickly and save lives in the long run. However, many Igbos felt that his actions were aimed specifically at hurting them. They believe he used these harsh measures to weaken the Igbo people and their fight for independence. Of pain and suffering for the Igbos, and the policies Awolowo supported are seen as a direct cause of this suffering. The memories of the famine and the feeling of being targeted because of their ethnic background make it very difficult for the Igbos to forgive him. Even years after the war, the trauma and sense of injustice remains strong in the Igbo community. They feel that Awolowo's actions were not just military strategies, but attacks on their survival and dignity. This deep-seated pain and the belief that they were unfairly treated are why many Igbos find it hard to forgive Awolowo. The wounds from that time are still fresh, and the impact on their lives and history is profound. Ojukwu's letter to Victor Banjo invade the western region. It don't reach time we go use Hilo. I dey talk this thing because anytime, for every time I read about a particular story from the Nigerian Civil War, I tell myself to rest, to let it go. Because if you're not careful and you're sucked in with this hatred, before you know it, you're going to turn on each other. I'm telling you, this hatred has not solved any problem for us. It has not. Emotions, sentiments, propaganda are usually the stocks in trade of times of war. However, in it all, the Igbo nation should know that the war was fought against Nigeria and not against Awolowo. Awolowo was in among decision makers during the war, and to apply the measures to stop, and to apply measures to stop of the was that of the administration and not of Awolowo. The Igbo should rather blame Ojukwu, who pushed them to war only to abandon them when the going got tough. Even if they want to depart it, it's supposed to be in agreement. Now that Awolowo is no more, what are you both going to do? Who wants or cares about fluke and definitely gaslighting forgiveness? Was it not Azikiwe who initiated the move slung in against Awolowo in 1957 by attempting feverishly to capture the western region where Awolowo was premier and went on to deny him the agreed alliance with the northern party so treacherously? The Igbos have not changed from the pedestal of abusing the hospitality of the Yorubas, who provided them the opportunity to hospitality, thrive and prosper. Even though Ojukwu knew better what happened before the war, during the war and after the war, he summed it up when he spoke after the death of Awolowo. It is unfortunate that many people on both sides died. It is of no use to keep looking back. Thank you. God will bless you. Because it is looking like I'm the only one saying we should stop looking back. It is of no use to keep looking back because except that is the way you want to go. It is of no use raising generations of bitter children because of perceived mistreatment by individuals or tribe. All the unnecessary comparison with others is retrogressive. Worst of it all, it makes us perpetual victims of our own misjudgment. This person don't talk and I wish I don't they shout since. We cannot continue to look back. See what happened. That time, many people died. The thing is, if you keep looking back, the wounds are not going to heal. For every time we look back, the wounds are reopened. The wounds are revisited. We relive these things. For people who be saying that they relive it and they play it again in their head. And it is not a pleasant, what's it called? It's not a pleasant thing to do. A tribe should not run on sentiment and emotions. A lot have been written on how the food sent to the people through the records was always being hijacked by the military for their own use without it getting to the desired destination. But that didn't mean anything to you, since you have a fixed mind on everything that goes against your wish. You spoke on change of currency. You spoke on £2 for everyone, all against a war. Did everyone who collected have money in the bank? I beg, like I said, this is not the time for us to come out and say, even the one we then give you, now your own. I use go beg on her. I beg. This is not supposed how it is supposed to be. It is not how it is supposed to be at all. Today now, can you compare Igbo and Yoruba man after all he has made us to go through during that time? It is obvious we are still on top of the world. Our villages are more developed than that of Yoruba villages. Igbos have the most beautiful mansion across Nigeria. This does not, to me, all this one could necessary. The writer forgot to mention the discontinuance of all Biafran citizen bank accounts and forfeiting all monies owned by Biafrans, no matter the amount, and giving Biafrans the sum of £20 flat, irrespective of any amount in the account. This was the worst Awolowo did to the Igbos. What is it that the Fulani Yoruban House have not done to the Igbos? Like I said, unless we want to go back, this is the main reason why the East must exit Nigeria, because they're not part of them. For sure, no matter their trial to stop Biafra. You don't do make us stop till they lose back. If I continue looking back, these things, before you know it, I don't go care again. Nobody will care. Nobody will what? We care. So you don't do, make everybody stop. Make everybody heal each other. Okay? Even all the Igbo people money in the bank, which is dubiously converted to free education in Yoruba land, does not stop the great people of Igbo in that, you don't do a beg. The earlier we let go, the better. Alright, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen until I come your way next time. Enjoy the rest.